Since the beginning of cinema, many filmmakers have used their platform to tackle current issues. A specific genre of film that focuses on examining socio-political issues is the social problem film. Originally exclusive to documentary and propaganda movies, this genre saw a rise amongst independent filmmakers as Hollywood would turn them down for wanting to cover controversial subjects and problems. One particular filmmaker that rose to prominence during this era is Stanley Kramer.
Nowadays, a motion picture producer engages in a great variety and types of battle. I've been in one or two myself.
He primarily worked for independent studios at the time, such as Columbia and United Artists. While he was already world-renowned as a producer, by the 1950s, Stanley Kramer would make his transition into film directing. At a time when independent cinema was mostly relegated to B-movies or action films, Kramer sought out to create prestige-level productions that would rival the grand stories and epic scope of Hollywood productions. This would all culminate in a 6-picture deal he made with United Artists, where he ultimately directed and produced 3 films in the span of 3 years: The Defiant Ones, On the Beach, and Inherit the Wind. This string of topical and acclaimed films would help push Kramer to the forefront of social problem independent filmmakers. These films featured topical subject matters that play a major role in the film's story: racism in The Defiant Ones, nuclear devastation on the Beach, and the creationism versus evolution debate in Inherit the Wind. The Defiant Ones follows a pair of prisoners, one white, the other black, as they try to escape the authorities while being chained up together. On the Beach sees the world devastated by nuclear warfare, leaving Australia the remaining haven for Earth's population, where 2 Australian Navy captains are tasked with investigating a distress signal coming from the US. Inherit the Wind is a fictionalized account of the infamous monkey trial, where a high school teacher was arrested for teaching the theory of evolution. At this point in time in the late 50s, these are all at the forefront of national conversation, as the civil rights movement was on the horizon, the nuclear age had everyone fearful of their fate, and the theory of evolution was rising to prominence. As noted by the eye-catching trailers, these topics play a major role in their respective stories. Just the controversial nature of these subjects was enough to grab the attention of the public.
Nebraska! Is that the way of things? Is that the way of things?
The winner? You'll have to make that decision for yourselves when you see Inherit the Wind.
The goal of a social problem film is to showcase these issues and examine how the characters and the viewing public could possibly solve them. The characters of each film showcase the ramifications that these social stigmas can have. The Defiant Ones features a pair of prisoners who hate each other primarily for their race. On the Beach looks at 2 Navy captains, one who is still haunted by the loss of his family, and the other who is faced with the dilemma of killing his family to save them from inevitable pain. Inherit the Wind finds a small southern town torn apart by the infamous court case, as well as seeing the prosecutor use this as a political platform, while the defender is bombarded by the arrogance of the townspeople.
What reasons can you possibly have?
Well, there are 200 of them. And if that's not enough, there's one more.
Despite the turmoil, all 3 films share a running theme of staying persistent through hard times, as each protagonist manages to find solace in their own ways. They never do come out on top or completely fix the issues at hand, but they still manage to find peace.
20 long years on a chain gang, sweating and busting rock.
Bringing all of this together is Stanley Kramer's visual storytelling techniques. 2 particular methods he employs is the use of deep focus photography and extended long takes. Not the flashy, dynamic style of modern long takes, but rather 3 to 4 minute extended scenes featuring 2 or more characters talking to each other. The simplicity of these extended takes create a sense of authenticity and tension, particularly during a heated debate between a group of characters. With deep focus photography allowing everything in frame to be in focus, seeing the characters and their location in clear sight creates a detailed world where everything is in full view. These 2 techniques go hand in hand, exploring the ramifications of these social issues. This trio of movies serve as a testament to the vision of Stanley Kramer. Through complex characters, detailed worlds, and smart visual techniques, each one creates an empathetic and meaningful experience. They represent a period of cinema where movies began to look inward and paint complex portraits of humanity and all of its flaws.
I've come to the conclusion, without getting sticky now, that survival is not the important thing, it's what you survive as that's important.